So now that we've finished our news segment, I'd like to introduce everybody to we're officially introducing this into the docket lineup now. Learning with James. So anybody watching the stream now is seeing a cute little image that I made with the help of Solange, our artist friend.
That you made.
I made the image that they're looking at, but I used
part of me, James, all alone.
But yeah, Solange didn't draw the comic. It was all me. But yeah, so learning with James is essentially Claude's gonna give me a topic, and I have to tell everybody about as much about it as I can come up with. So what are we learning about today?
Well, just one stipulation, because I know George will probably want to say something, because I'll want to say something, but a reminder that no matter how incorrect James is about this, we cannot correct him. Okay. So James, you're going to tell us about the lore of Spider-Man.
The lore of Spider-Man. Well, Peter Parker is, Peter Parker, is different depending on what universe you're in. In the Ultimate Universe, I believe he's a high school student. In like the more typical universes, he was like a college student. I might be getting that wrong, but you know they won't tell me anyway. He gets bit in like the originals. He gets bit by a radioactive spider. In the official canon now, he is more of He get bit by a genetically altered spider, and he gets Spider-Man powers. Gives him all the abilities of a spider without any of the downsides. He even gets a spider sense. He gets a symbiote for a while, the black suit symbiote, which was originally, or not originally, no. He had the black suit symbiote, which gave him more strength, but it kept trying to like graft itself onto him. So he eventually got rid of it, and then the symbiote latched onto, I think it was Eddie Brock. It got onto, and then I think it eventually got onto Flash. But in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, at one point he gets rid of the symbiote, but then Black Cat actually makes him just a normal black suit that he would wear at times. I learned that from Red Letter Media. Rich Evans mentioned it during one of the previously recorded streams that I sometimes watch. Let's see. Black Cat is basically just a cat thief thoughty. Venom is kind of depending on who the symbiote's grafted onto, is just more typically kind of just very violent. Sometimes an anti-hero, sometimes a villain. Really good foil to Spider-Man. He's Mr. Steal Your Girl. He's also like the pseudo father of Carnage because of the way symbiotes work. Carnage being like just a serial killer. I forget the name of the serial killer that the symbiote for Carnage is grafted onto, but it's a serial killer. I don't fucking remember. Then there's a bunch of other symbiotes that I don't think are canon anymore, but they were called, what were they called? They were fucking called the, one of them was like Toxic or something. I think that was its name. Toxic. And then, they talked about this in the Best Friends cast. It's, fuck, I forget, but yeah, that's about that. And then there's Miles Morales, who's like a half black, half Latino Spider-Man, who is in the Ultimate Comics. After Spider-Man is allegedly killed by, I think it was Dr. Octopus, Morales gets bitten by a spider that his father was working on. Meanwhile, his uncle is like a crime lord sort of guy. So Miles Morales' thing is like he's kind of got like a Manny Rivera from El Tigre sort of thing going on, where he's got to balance whether he wants to be a good guy or a bad guy based on like which father figure he wants to pay attention to. And then he's also got to deal with like the publicity of like, hey, I'm the new Spider-Man, but I'm not Peter Parker. So he's got to adapt to like what people think of him, and he's got to try and make it as his own Spider-Man. Let's see. Then there's Spider-Gwen, who's in an alternate universe of Ultimate in which she doesn't die, but Peter does. But only sometimes does Peter die. In some Spider-Gwen comics, Peter doesn't die. He's just like a nerd. Spider-Gwen's cool. She's like the Deadpool of the Spider series, apparently. And then there's like Gwenpool, which is just Gwen, but fucking Deadpool. Completely unrelated to Spider-Man. Deadpool shows up. He's got a weird bromance with Spider-Man that I don't think Spider-Man really likes a lot of the time. Let's see. J. Jonah Jameson's an asshole, but he loves his son. And I think his son dies at one point, or gets rescued by Spider-Man, and then he kind of is like, I don't hate Spider-Man as much anymore. Morbius. Morbius is played by Jared Leto in the new Morbius film that they're definitely going to be making, and I really am not looking forward to that. The Living Vampire. Fun fact. That's all I got for Spider-Man lore.
I was about to say you can wrap it up. I asked for Spider-Man lore, not Spider-Man's rogue gallery.
Fucking yeah.
Okay, I don't know how hard that was for you, George. There were multiple times I wanted to jump in.
Same.
What?
Same.
What?
Like, for example, Spider-Man wasn't killed by Doc Ock. It was Green Goblin.
Okay, I didn't actually read
Harry Osborn.
I didn't actually read those comics. I only got like issue 9 that just had Miles Morales in it, and it was when they introduced Scorpio. So.
Claude, I'll let you correct them because I don't care about Spider-Man that much.
That's the beauty of learning with James is that he won't learn because we're not going to tell him.